is up. The boys and Roger right now, boy number 2. Looking for some early pressure in this match. Oh my goodness, why do they have 38 points? That's not a thing. Imagine you're up 38-0 and the game hasn't even started yet. Sorry about that. All right. Where are they? Where are the survivors is the question. Let's take a peek. They are being patient. We've seen this from some of these higher level teams that they will not do very much until something has been found or until there's a chase or this or that. And it's especially important against corrupt intervention because right now they wait out these couple minutes where these generators are not able to be touched. It basically takes an entire perk away from the killer and says, okay, you came in with 4, now you've got 3. And that worked out great until now we get our first chase here of the match against A7BU. Probably takes a hit. Boy 2 being patient with that window. So is A7, and they will take one in the back before running in the opposite direction back towards this little main building. A good phase, and we'll see what happens here. Just listening to the left here, back around. And again, the power of the spirit. Now I got to rank 1. Play spirit and, you know, just let her do her thing. First hook of the game comes through. The first point of the game will come through onto the boys and Roger. The only negative part of being that patient start is you don't get any early progress on a generator if you do get caught out. But there is some small progress on this one here. Instantly regressing. So we know now that the killer's running ruin if we didn't already. Some good movement by the boy. Pallet does go down though. Almost looking as if he was going to be patient there and see if Dwight would come back through. But Nico T decided not to. Listen for breathing. We do see breathing, we do see movement. We got a fence there. Excuse me, the window, and they don't get it in time. The unhook comes through. But no generators have been completed yet, so it's a quiet game so far. 1-0, about 5 minutes in here. I eat my own words. A generator gets completed to give Saloedi their first and second point of the game to put them in the lead. Again, very early on here. The heal actually does come out as well onto A7BU. Some good movement from Nico. Body blocking that window. There's a crow flying away to the left. And a good turnaround there at the last moment for boy number 2 to go ahead and hit Nico in the back. We do see a little head actually poke up in that window up there. But I don't think that's going to be the call for boy 2. Oh no, wrong side of the pallet was Nico. And again, the spirit just so difficult to play against sometimes. And Nico ended up on the wrong side of the pallet. Second hook comes through for the boys and Rogers team. Boy 2 gets her second hook before looking for what is next. Moves over this way towards the shack. Nothing there. Totem does get cleansed. And that was ruined. Pop goes the weasel now able to be used, and it is there, slowing down the generators. Where did Laurie go? Through the window, around the side? We don't know. There she is right there. We'll take a hit. That is Sheldon, team captain. Makes his first appearance. Takes a nice little hit in the back. Oh, and Sheldon takes a second one there on the wrong side of the pallet yet again. Crawling towards the generator, trying to complete it while still on the ground maybe. And we'll get tossed up for a hook. I would expect the generator to be done here in a moment. I think I just saw a scratch mark down. It was a fire. Not even a fire. As the third hook comes through for the killer here. Looking to make use of this Pop Goes the Weasel charge as well. They're still on this generator, by the way. There goes Felix. Don't go down. You need to take that first. Good patience there by boy number 2. Generator does get completed. Felix in this area as well. The unhook did come through. So now we know where all 3, or excuse me, all 4 survivors are actually. He's right there. Swinging a hit. Comes through as Devour Hope now activates. That'll be the 4th hook. So we'll get that updated. We also got that other generator completed, so we'll get that updated. It's 4-4 now. Oh, boy. But the survivors are in a precarious position now with that Devour Hope being activated. Do they know where the totem is? Almost on cue, a totem gets cleansed. He's right there. He's over there. Good movement there. Kate, I'm not even going to go for the Russian. I couldn't do the one earlier, so I'm not going to try. The Devour Totem, the Devour Hex Totem did get cleansed, so that's gone now. So that means Ruin's gone, Devour Hope is gone, Corrupt Intervention is gone. All we've got left is Pop Goes the Weasel. That unhook comes through right before the last hook state. Good movement here. Oh, that was awkward. Boy 2 gets the pallet slammed on top of him in the phase state. Right as they came out of it. Goes back over, goes back around. That was some good movement, but not falling for it is Kate. 4-4, game's at an even state right now, but you've got to think that that's got to favor the survivors here with the perks being gone already from boy number 2. Trying to hide his vision, trying to hide the stain. Can't do it just yet. Gonna go ahead and loop through the window. Can we get the movement here? That pallet's already gone, so she went to the right as well. Generator gets done. That pallet probably goes down right here, I would assume. And did she go back over? No, she probably went to the right. Good movement here. Kate buying lots of time for the team. The phase comes through. We're listening. We see the bush. We know she's going to go through that window. She goes back through as well and will still fall down here. So the game is staying super close here because now the survivors have gotten that other generator done, so they're at 6. And the killer is going to get this hook to put them at 5. The game is going to stay close. But again, the way the scoring system works, that is going to favor the survivors a little bit more because of the bonus points at the end for lack of hook states. The pressure right now is on for the boys and Roger. As this generator up top is still close to being done and does get completed. Felix jumps down immediately, by the way. Maybe that's some balanced landing going on. But boy 2's not actually interested in that at all. Looking for where to go, and look at how split these generators are. Super good play here from the survivors to make sure the generators are not in a precarious 3-gen situation. They are spread, I mean, as far as you can basically on this map. Team Captain Sheldon in this area, working on this generator, is hurt. You can hear that they're hurt. We're looking for something. Can we find it? Yes, we will. Boy 2 with a good mind game there to go ahead and make that one happen. That'll add on the 6 point for Boy 2. But again, this game could slowly slip away right now if we can't make anything happen sometime soon somewhere. This generator has some progress on it. Somebody was on it. It's Dwight. We're going to go ahead and kick it. Pop Goes the Weasel's going to go through. Looking here. Dwight says, follow me. Nico T trying to cause attention, trying to cause a distraction. Goes to this back jungle gym. Boy 2 recognizes it, says, no thank you, sir. And we'll look elsewhere. This generator in the shack all the way over there. We don't know if it's been touched. The unhook comes through over here. That pallet's still there. That's unfortunate. So that's 2 survivors over here and Dwight over there. That still leaves 1 survivor completely unaccounted for, probably on a generator somewhere right now. And Team Captain Sheldon is running away as far as they can from another generator. Boy 2 is chasing this heavily, and there are no generators in this area. Do we go through the window in time? We do. Do they go back to the window? We don't. Sheldon will go down. I don't remember if it's Death Hook or not. We'll find out in this moment. Decisive Strike actually comes through. Decisive Strike in 2021, still relevant apparently. Will come through. Good play by Sheldon to take as far away as they could with Decisive Strike. That generator's got to be so close to being done at this point. We hear scrying to the left. Go through the window. There's that gen getting done. So that's a 10th point now for Saloedi. Sheldon probably going to be the sacrificial lamb for the team here. That was actually really good movement there by the boys too. So that is going to be another hook here. That was good movement there to protect the window and then come out of the phase to see where she was, because if she was coming for the window, she has no play there. Now it just kind of secures that versus trying to catch up there. This will be a hook that comes in. A gate does get open. And that, by the way, is going to be the death hook. The 3 survivors have left as well. So that's going to be the 8th point from the hook and the kill here. But that's the 3 survivors leaving, plus the 5 hook states that weren't attained. So there's going to be 18 points to 8 in favor of Team Saloedi. The boys and Roger have some ground to make up, but that is not insurmountable. Getting that kill there at the end was super good, but very, very well played by Sheldon there at the end, in my opinion, to buy all that time with Decisive Strike, knowing he wasn't going to make it out. And that will lead us into our second match between these two teams. It's a ranked 20 killer. I'm not saying that means anything. They might have just not played in a while, they might have done this, they might have done that. But it is a ranked 20 killer playing one of my personal favorite killers, the Doctor. Early chase on the boy 3 here. We'll get the first shot. Does get the hit through that, interestingly. By the way, love that new Doctor face. I feel like I've got to buy it. It's so good. Shot comes through. Actually, it does connect. And the down will go on to boy 3. Because again, remember, Doctor's one of the killers. There are certain killers that are a certain tier level you can play. Doctor, you can play almost anything except for your death. So, super helpful there. First hook comes down. That generator up top's got a lot of progress on it already, though. It's going to bring us up to point 19, by the way, for Saloedi. And this might be point number 910. And it is point number 910 for the boys and Rogers. They slammed to the generator at the top together. But that could be an advantage now for the killers because they know where they're at. That pallet can't go down. The shock will stop the Dwight from dropping it. And boy number 1 does take a hit in the back. Good patience to not drop the pallet at the same time. Heading off in this direction, but now we do see boy number 2 heading towards boy number 3. Shock does come through, so that means we can't do the unhook yet. She recognizes that and has to back away now. The pallet will go down here, and she's going to take a hit because she can't go through the pallet. Boy number 3 might hit phase 2. That shot comes through and hits. Clearly some range add-ons going on with these shots. Lithe comes through. Good movement here from boy number 2 to try to get away from this one. Boy number 3 is awfully close and does actually progress into phase 2. We'll update that in just a moment here. Lots of shots coming through. As he did even to him now, though, generator gets done. Shot comes through. Answer story flips through, so it's going to be a down here. All right, let's change these points. 12 points is going to go over to the survivors because they got that generator done. And another point is going to be point number 20, and then 21 for this hook and the phase 2 on the opposite side of the map. So 21 to 12 as an unhook comes through. And the madness is starting to creep its way into the survivor's mind. Boy number 2 is at rank 3 of madness. Boy number 3 is at rank 1 of madness. The other two haven't touched it yet. But the Doctor actually not using static blast at all. I was about to do my words. Firecracker does go down. Doesn't blind it, but it does stop him from heading this direction. We'll be able to get that loop off. Give me that vault. We'll be able to get this one off. No, the range out are too strong. Misses that one. Goes up the stairs. It doesn't travel well upstairs. It's a good play to buy some time, but jumped it too quickly, possibly. As the killer's going to come back around, it will end up hitting boy 3 in the back here. And they'll be looking for another hook. Or not. What are we looking for? Oh, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the Dwight next to it over the flashlight. Yui also in this area hasn't really been doing too much that we can see. It was on that generator. As Dwight will now get picked up. So what does Yui do? I think Yui runs opposite side of the map. That is team captain Roger. Actually, is Roger the team captain? I don't think Roger's the team captain. It's kind of weird. Boy 3 does get up. That hook does come in. And so we'll go ahead and update the points for the killer accordingly. We're going to go ahead and kick this generator. And as you can imagine with the Doctor, the highest, the killer with the most control or area control, Pop Goes the Weasel, is being run on them. Interestingly enough, that static blast gets nobody. So nobody within 32 meters of this area. Unless the Doctor's running Distressing, which would be double the terror radius. We do see those Doctor illusions, though. Those illusions are the survivors in madness can see the Doctor, but the Doctor can also see them with certain add-ons. So the Doctor knows that there's somebody in this area. Doesn't get the blast off in time. Or excuse me, doesn't get the shock therapy off in time. Looking for it again, can't find it. Unhook does come through. Boy 2 running away from this. Will get shocked, so she can't drop a pallet or anything. We'll take a hit for that in the end. We do see Roger running around, not doing very much at the moment. Boy number 2 upstairs is at max level madness right now. trying to make a play somewhere, trying to buy as much time. Probably will end up going down here. Won't get the fastball. We'll be able to go through it quickly. Doctor jumps through it as well. She jumps through this window now. Trying to go back through it. Will not be able to get there in time, but bought enough time that a generator was completed. Nancy will go ahead and scream in her ears again, which is always delightful. The generator does get done to put the points up there to 14. This hook will come through to put the points up to 23. So the boys are trying to pull this game closer. They're getting there, but is it enough? That shot comes through, and we do see 2 survivors over this way. Also running an add-on that allows them to see the aura of the survivor for a second once their madness increases. So we know somebody's in this area. It is boy number 3. He's off the pallet. Now he's stuck there. So he is 100% will take a hit. He will. This generator is being worked on. Is that Roger right there still working on that generator? I think. Opting not to go to it and pop it. The unhook comes through. And Felix is taking him for a bit of a loop here. Boy number 3 is at least. Creates the distance. That shock doesn't hit, which means we're able to drop that pallet. He's able to move this way towards the shack. But Doctor can play Shaq kind of decently if you get the first shock therapy, and he will. That pallet can't go down yet. And so now this is going to be 100% a hit in the back. Boy 3 does go down, but that generator gets completed for it. So the boys are still trying to pull themselves back. In this one up now down 16 to 24. But we started off down by 10. We're now down by 8. And again, the survivors, I think, have a better potential to avoid the hook states and get bonus points for avoiding them. But boy 3 does die, and so he actually, because he's dead, it's another point here. So it's 25 to 16. Nobody in this, excuse me, one person in this area. They're over in this direction. That looked like it might have been Roger. Footsteps over this way. By the way, if they complete this generator and all 3 escape and there's 6 hook states, they can win. So the boys are still in this one, absolutely, but they've got to have a miracle of a game to make it happen. And by hitting that shock therapy and avoiding that pallet being dropped, it's going to be a very difficult start to that. These boys have got to be on a generator somewhere, hopefully, while their team captain Roger's putting himself on the line, trying to buy as much time as possible. Roger on Yui, running away to another jungle gym. The Doctor still hot on the tail. Shock therapy will hit, but it will still allow Yui to vault that pallet here. Another one. It's going to miss, so Yui could go through it unless he hits this one. He does hit this one, so she can't go through it, and she didn't know. Roger goes down. Saloedi is going to go up to 26 points now. If this hook comes through, I would assume that it does, just because that's kind of how it's going. 26 to 16. That is Roger's first hook, and there's somebody in the area. It's Dwight, boy number 1, trying to save his boy, the team captain. But where is boy number 2, the hurt Nancy? She's got to be on a generator somewhere. And the generator actually gets completed here. The pallet goes down, and now it's 18 points for the boys and Roger. If all 3 of them escape, right now and nobody gets hooked, they can tie it. If one more person gets hooked, or if one more hook state happens, or if one of them dies, it's over. Boy number 1 and boy number 2 have got to get Roger off the hook. They've got about 30 seconds before there's nothing else that they can do. And the game will be over. The killer for Saloedi knows this. I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry. They're hanging out. They're waiting. And there's nobody in the area. Let's take a look at the different camera angles. They're opening the escape. That means Roger's going to hit phase 2. That's going to bring him to 27 points. And it's not going to be enough. He goes for the Kobe. Can't get it. Does hit phase 2. That puts him at 27. He'll keep the skill checks going. But the other 2 survivors are probably at the exit gates ready to leave. They heal. Do they try to come back? They don't. They both leave. That puts them up to 20 points with them both leaving. They avoided 3 hook states, so that's actually 23 points. And that last hook state and that kill will be 29 points. The boys and Roger came awfully close, but it wasn't enough. And Saloedi hangs on there with some good awareness of the game state to recognize that they could just kind of camp that last hook, and it ended up working out well for them, and they will move on to face the winner of Autistic Gaming and Travesty, which is the game that is going to be taking place here in just a moment. So, congratulations to Saloedi. They'll be waiting around in the next
stage here for us to face, again, the winner of Autistic Gaming against Travesty, which will be up next. So don't go anywhere, as we'll be back for that match here in just a moment.